Yo, what's up YouTube? This is just a really quick episode showing you my diesel heater. I haven't gone into detail with the installation. I've installed it already. What I'm going to do today is run it up for the first time. So I'll show you what I've done, how I've installed it, and how to prime it now. And we're going to see if it fires up and it works. So just a quick episode today, just looking at the diesel heater, and yeah, here we go. Here's my diesel heater. This is my 12-volt fuse board. My panel is over here. So initially I just had a manual dial for this. I didn't have a electronic display like this, so I ordered this especially because you can just do more with this and you can see if you've got an error or something going on. So I ordered this separate. It didn't come with my unit, and I'm pretty happy that I did. To prime the pump, you need to press OK and down at the same time. Then you'll get an H off there. Then you need to press up, and then now it's priming the pump. Now it's pulling diesel through the pump, and you want to make sure that the full line, the full length of the fuel line has fuel in it with no air bubbles before you start the heater up for the first time. So I'm just doing this a few times, making sure there's no air bubbles. Right, so I've gone directly into my fuel tank, the actual van's fuel tank, and it's under the passenger seat over here. So the whole passenger seat had to come out, and it was pretty difficult to get everything fitted in there. You can see it's pretty tight. A friend helped me to do it. He did it before in his van. And yeah, so far it seems to be holding up okay, but it was incredibly tight. So just make sure when you get the fittings for that, instead of getting a fuel feeder that has a bend in it, that has a 90-degree bend, get a one that's straight up, so you can just maximize the space. So yeah, this is a Citroen relay, so your van might be different, but as you can see, that's kind of what it looks like in there. So it's pretty congested. Now I've put my little pump and my filter over here, as you can see. So this is where you step into your driving seat. You can hear it ticking away there. It's priming. You can see, I don't know if you can see the air bubbles going through there. So there's fuel being pumped through there, just priming the system at the moment. Yeah, everybody has the problem that these tick a lot. They're pretty noisy, so wherever you put them, they're going to tick basically. They say don't put it on the bodywork, it ticks more, but I don't really know where to put it. I think this is a pretty good spot for it because it's not exposed to the elements, and it's as far away from the bed as I can get it, really. So, you know, it's just a give and take. You want to be warm, you're going to have to put up with a little bit of ticking. So yeah, I'm pretty happy with that. You can see the direction of the little filter here. The net, you want to see the net this way, so if any debris comes from the fuel, it will stick to the outside of the filter and you can access it over there. And then the direction of the pump, normally it has an arrow on it. Mine didn't have an arrow. So you want this little bit here, the electric supply for the pump points towards the pump. So that's the direction of that. And then if you follow it here, you can see there's my fuel line and there's my 12-volt power for the pump, and that just goes under the van, and then I'll show you under the van what it looks like. Right, so here we are. There's the fuel line and the electricity going up and to the diesel heater. Here's my exhaust. It hasn't been fixed in position yet, but it's pretty happy over there. And here you can see the fuel line, still priming, but it looks like there's no air bubbles in there anymore now. Over here is just my air intake. So you want the air intake to be far away from your exhaust, and this also just needs to be fixed into position. Once I'm happy that everything works, and I'll just tidy it up. And over here you can see I sealed this up nicely. It just needs a little bit more sealer, just to make sure that we don't get any water ever getting into the floor and rusting around here. So just need to make sure that all gets sealed up properly as well. So while I was priming the pump and I was under the van, I saw a little bit of fuel dripping out of the exhaust. So I was just concerned if that would be a problem, and went online, had a look. There was some information saying that if it's coming from a pressurized tank, that can happen, but it is posted on a Facebook group as well, and the guys are saying basically it's just been over primed. So I just primed it a little bit too much, and they reckon it'll smoke a lot, but it should be alright. It should start, it's just going to smoke for a while, and then once that's cleared it should be good. So I'll just show you where it was dripping out, and then we're going to give it a go, start it up and see if it survives. So here you can see there is a little bit of diesel dripping there still. So that's just because it's been over primed, but it shouldn't be a problem, should still be able to start it. So we're going to give it a whirl. Right, so here we go. I'm a little bit nervous. It says it's 5 degrees at the moment, and I made it through the whole winter without a diesel heater. Now it's getting warm. Now I've got one, so here we go. Something's happening. Let's go check outside. Got my massive water tank over here. Overkill, maybe? Okay, here we go. Now I've got some smoke coming out. So they said that would be happening. So it's just been over primed, and basically it just needs to burn all that out. So we'll just keep an eye. Apparently it's normal for it to smoke a lot on the first start, so keep watching. Hopefully it clears. There's still a bit of fuel dripping out of the exhaust there. Looks like it's already getting a bit less. It's not quite as thick as it was. Make sure everything's alright inside. And it's starting to get warm here. Amazing. So it's saying it's 162 degrees there. So there's a few bubbles still coming through, but apparently that's normal. There's always going to be a few bubbles in there, so nothing too major. Pretty much calmed down now, not smoking anymore. 181 over there. Don't know if that's alright, but that's getting nice and warm. Awesome. So yeah, I'll just keep an eye on that, but it seems to have all worked alright. Right, so it seems like everything's gone okay. No disasters yet. I'll let you know if anything does go bang, but for now, fingers crossed, everything looks good. Just in time for summer. I've got heating now. Sure, it'll be nice anyway, eventually when I come out from a cold surf, just to have a nice cozy van to come back to. So yeah, all good so far. Sweet, so I'm just gonna crack on with some other bits and pieces now, and I'll check you guys next time.